One of the things I love talking about here on the Clean My Space YouTube channel is DIY cleaning products because they can save you so much money. But besides that, store-bought cleaners can be chock full of harsh chemicals. Look, all cleaning products, gentle or harsh, contain chemicals. But I'm talking about harsh chemicals where you might need to wear PPE, or you might run the risk of, affecting your pets or your kids or the surfaces at home. So in this video, I really want to draw down and focus on the favorite DIY products of mine. There are 3 of them. They are so easy to make. They are pennies per bottle compared to anywhere from $4 or $5 or $15 per bottle. So stay tuned, save some money, be safe, and let's make some cleaning products. And by the way, you can clean about 80% of your home with these 3 products. Now, to be clear, you can use DIY cleaning products for a lot of everyday cleaning jobs that you have around the house. If you are looking for something that is heavy duty, for example, there's a space in the home that hasn't been cleaned in months, or there's a stain that you just can't get rid of. This is when you would want to level up and buy something that's store-bought and super powerful. But for the everyday cleaning jobs that you're doing at home, like cleaning your mirrors and cleaning your counters, you don't need to spend tons of money on that. We can do that for much less. Give this video a thumbs up if you love saving money. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. And I wanted to let you know that this video has been brought to you by Makers Clean, our sister company, where we sell premium microfiber cleaning tools and so much more. You can sign up for the email list, you can check out and see what we have. It's all available over at makersclean.com or makersclean.ca.
A quick note on essential oils. I absolutely love using them in DIY cleaners because to me, cleaning sucks, and smelling a lovely essential oil actually elevates the cleaning experience. Now, essential oils can have some beneficial cleaning properties as well, but I wouldn't put all of my eggs in that basket. I mean, you are gonna need to use other things to get your cleaning accomplished, but adding essential oils will definitely elevate the experience in terms of making it smell better, and you might get some additional beneficial properties from them too, but they're totally optional and you don't have to use them. First up, your all-purpose cleaner. Now, I use this on counters, cupboards. I use it for general purpose cleaning, dusting. Frankly, it's soap and water, and it gets rid of most of the mess in my home. So if you want to fill your spray bottle with something that you can just pick up and use in a safe manner, I'm using pH neutral soap here, a little bit of essential oils and water. So let's whip this up. I've got a good spray bottle. In fact, I've had this spray bottle for almost as long as we've been making Clean My Space videos. Now, to the spray bottle, I'm adding roughly 2 cups of water. And when that's done, I am adding about a teaspoon of dish soap. And a little tip here, you wanna add your soap after you've added your water, otherwise your water is gonna bubble up if you put the soap in first. Then I'm gonna drop in roughly 5 drops of essential oils. I'm using lavender here, because who doesn't love the smell of lavender? I'm gonna screw it on, shake it up, and we probably make 2 bottles of this a week. You spray it onto your surface, you can let it sit for a minute or 2 and wipe it off. As I said, pH neutral is great because it's safe on most surfaces. You can also save money on your glass cleaner. For years and years and years, I have not purchased the famous blue glass cleaner in place of this recipe I'm gonna show you right here, which is equal parts water and white vinegar. So I have this little teeny tiny spray bottle, and by the way, this is like a mister style spray bottle, and I'd be curious if you've ever tried it. You can let me know in the comments down below. So I'm adding equal parts vinegar and water. And to this, I'm going to add a couple drops of peppermint essential oils. I'm gonna put about 5 in there. Now, one of the things people will often say to me is, hey, won't essential oils leave streaks if you're using this on glass and mirrors? And my answer is no. There's actually not enough oil in essential oils, especially if you're using 5 drops, to actually leave a streak. The thing that makes the biggest difference when it comes to streaks on mirrors and glass is the type of cloth that you're using, which is why I always recommend whenever you're cleaning a surface like that, high gloss finish or something like glass or mirror, you always want to use a flat weave microfiber cloth, something like this that can't cling on to any dirt and removes all lint and streaks. So what you'll do is you'll give this a good shake, you'll apply it, and you'll just wipe using the S pattern, and you'll see your glass and mirrors are cleaned to a beautiful shine. And you don't have to spend money on blue cleaning products anymore. You might be surprised to hear that I don't actually think we need to mop our floors all that often. I think hard floors need to be swept or vacuumed regularly and spot cleaned, but every now and then mopping them is important just to remove oil and dirt and other things that can build up over time. I think over mopping them can actually affect the finish and the quality of the floor. So if you are going to be cleaning / mopping your floor, you might use this recipe in a bucket or a spray bottle, depending on the type of mop that you use. I recommend using a microfiber pad mop. I've got a link to ours, our Maker's Clean Mop, which is a cool taco shaped mop, in the description box down below. Now, we've done a lot of research on this over the years, and this is the one that we love for hardwood floors. So I've got 2 cups of water that I'm putting right here into this spray bottle. And I'm gonna just patiently wait for this to fill. And there we are. Then I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. Too much white vinegar is not good for hardwood, but a splash like this is really gonna help lift up dirt and oil, which is what we want. Then I'm gonna put in about a 1/2 teaspoon of dish soap. I do not need a funnel for that. Soap is a surfactant, so again, it's gonna help lift anything to the surface, but too much soap leaves a sticky finish or film underfoot, which you don't want. And I'm just gonna add a few drops of essential oils here. What you'll do is shake this up, apply it section by section to the floor that you're gonna be cleaning, and then going in a W pattern with your mop, working along the grain and working your way out of the room instead of into a corner. Now, if you don't have hardwood floors, let's say you have tile or laminate or vinyl, I got you. We just did a video on different DIY floor cleaners, and I've got that video for you linked down below.
You see how easy that is? The reason I love making DIY cleaning products is because I go through my cleaners so frequently when I'm just doing my regular stuff around the house, and it pains me to think that I would have to throw out, let alone wasting the plastic of the bottle, that I'd have to throw out a bottle. But that bottle represents several dollars. Whereas if I'm just using a little bit of dish soap or a little bit of vinegar and water, it is so much cheaper, and I'm really getting a great job out of it. Especially in this economy, and trust me, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but any opportunity we have to save money, we should be taking it. And that brings me to this week's comment question, which is, what are your thoughts on DIY cleaners? Have you made the switch? Are you skeptical? Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments down below. If you like what we do here at Clean My Space, consider becoming a Clean My Space member. And now that you know how to make your own DIY cleaners, you might want to learn how to clean your hard floors properly. And I may or may not be talking about a DIY cleaner in that video too. And you can check that out right over here. If you haven't done so, make sure that you subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.